Welcome to Backwards Thinking Moving Forward, episode 430. Here's the thought for today. Have you ever heard this line, whether in your mind or from someone else? This hurts me, then it's gonna hurt you. And usually it's in a punishment situation, right? It's gonna hurt me to punish you more than it's gonna hurt you. It's going to hurt me, the person who's enforcing the rule, then it's going to hurt you, the person who is getting the punishment. That one's interesting. Because if it's hurting you, then stop it. Stop it. Stop letting it hurt you. Stop doing things that are going to hurt you. By you hurting, how is that going to help the other person? It's kind of an interesting thought. That a lot of times we think that by me personally suffering for someone else, it's going to somehow help them. And it doesn't. You can be as miserable as you want to be, but that's not really taking it away from me. Instead, there's just two people hurting. Now we're both hurting, and we both have to choose not to. So by you choosing to hurt even more is not going to help me. So it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You can't hurt to take away some of the hurt of mine. So if you are enforcing a rule and it's hurting you, then maybe look at the rule. Maybe somehow you've messed it up and that you're causing yourself pain, because that's not going to help the other person learn. For someone else to learn doesn't mean that I have to suffer too. And that one's tricky, because it's realizing that you have this power, and it's sometimes a very weak power, that I feel so bad for you because of the punishment which I have put upon this thing that you did. Oh, so much pressure, so much burden, just because we're trying to help someone else be better. So it's just something I would look at the different punishments. Because if I broke a rule, the punishment should fit it. And it shouldn't cause other people more harm than good. It shouldn't cause me more harm than good. So that's a total cop-out to say, oh, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. And somehow that makes it okay that we're both hurting. And we're both suffering for this thing that one of us did wrong. Crazy, huh? It's just crazy how some of the thoughts just get so mixed up. And it's because we're trying to help and we're trying to make things better. But maybe there's more to learn. Maybe there's more out there. And I'm not saying I've got this figured out. It's more like I'm just saying, hey, I have this thought and it doesn't make sense anymore to me. So what should I be thinking? What should I be choosing in my mind? Because I want to help others. I want them to learn what's good and what's bad. But I don't think there should be so much suffering involved. I mean, a lot of the time, if you do something wrong, you're going to feel bad because it caused something bad to happen. And isn't that enough suffering for all of us? And we do need to take charge, and we do need to notice that we did it, but it doesn't mean that everyone around us should suffer more than the person who did it. I appreciate that people are trying to help, but by them suffering, it's not going to help me. interesting thought. So, take all these thoughts and go have a wonderful day, or make the day wonderful.